Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. For starters, I just want to say that I felt like making some videos, and this is the first one. As of right now, there won't be any sort of rhyme or reason to these videos, they're just simply the things I want to post. So, today, I want to talk about something that I find rather neat. If you're like me, and were born in the early 2000s, you may remember the sort of style and aesthetic that was pervasive on the internet from the 2000s to around maybe 2013, 2014 at the latest. So what am I talking about? This. Frutiger Aero. Now, I want to clarify a few things here. I just think that this aesthetic is cool. There's already a crazy amount of people deconstructing the aesthetic, explaining its history, so I'll try not to bore you with any more of that. So the question is, why do I like it? Well, for starters, there is a certain amount of nostalgia that comes with this aesthetic for me. I was a kid when the style was heavily adopted, and it kind of had this very soothing vibe to it. And yes, that is hard to explain, but something about the vibrant blues, the greens, the whites, and that often there was this vision of a sort of an eco-friendly future, and that really stuck with me. And a lot of the depictions are very glossy, you know, they're very smooth, futuristic, which is very appealing to the eye. Companies like Microsoft and Apple definitely leaned into this with their designs in this era. And like, if you look at some of the old iPhones, for example, they just scream that very distinct, glossy look. And that being said, the aesthetic is also referred to as Web 2.0 gloss, which is probably more fitting than Frutiger Aero, in my opinion. I used to play a lot of online games as a kid, and I distinctly remember booting up our old Dell PC to go play something like Pop Tropica, Club Penguin, Webkins, and more. And it was a very special time for me, and the resurgence of this, you know, the internet is calling it now, Frutiger Aero aesthetic in the last year or so, kind of just reminded me of how different the internet was over a decade ago. The style is also very aqua themed, so you would see a lot of this, a lot of sea life, right? Like ocean life, especially like tropical fish, dolphins, you know, manta rays, etc. All this cool stuff. And there's also often these like pretty environments near the ocean, or maybe in a bright green field. I mean, come on, look at this. Look at this Windows XP background. It's so simple, yet it's appealing, pleasing to the eye. As a kid, I was obsessed with things like Finding Nemo, and yes, my favorite fish is a clownfish. I also really like these like little aqua mice. I don't know how in those were, but seeing them kind of resurface again is really cool. And I really love the aquarium, and anything ocean related I found just fascinating. So like, every time I went to an aquarium as a child, I would always look out for these little like sealed packet things that had like water in them, and like these little like sea life figurines inside of them. And the internet calls them water wigglers. And they were just a lot of fun to play with. And I really like the aesthetic of a pristine coral reef, which really stinks because the coral reefs of this planet are dying, sadly. But hey, look at this soap! Yeah, the Soft Soap brand of hand soap, specifically the ones with the tropical fish on them. I don't know why I'm so impressed by them. It's just soap, but it's the aesthetic of the soap that counts. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch on something that I found rather cool in this era of internet style and design and all that sort of thing. It's really quite fascinating. And there's so much more that you could talk about, but I just want to keep this video short and sweet. So make sure to subscribe. If you want to see more of these types of videos in the future, definitely subscribe and leave a like, comment, do all that random whatever the heck. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.